We are going to Fort Worth. No!
Yep, and now you've totaled the car. Good thing it was a Volvo. So that was a great plan, Melanie. Now you're trapped in the desert without transportation. You seriously couldn't have put yourself in a worse situation. After walking for a while, she passes out and gets saved by William Hurt and his gang of rebels. And then she proceeds to get slapped around a lot from the people that should care about her the most, like her aunt and Jared. Then this guy, Ian, tries to kill her because she's an alien and they get in a fight with Jared. But then a few minutes later, they have another fight and their roles are reversed. Now Ian is defending her to Jared? Are you fucking kidding me? Two guys fighting over a girl who's completely helpless. I wonder where I've seen this before.
This is a big planet.
Really? You're just figuring this out now? Are these the same aliens who managed to pull off an invasion of Earth and occupy most of its inhabitants? The amount of contradiction in this movie is staggering. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear it was some sort of experiment to just see how much nonsensical bullshit an audience is willing to take. But no, it's just bad writing. And where the hell did they get these military trucks? Not only that, but they're in pristine condition. When you run out of supplies, you can just rob the store. And if the Fuzz show up, you can just instantly knock them out. Gee, you'd think if you were hunting humans, you might want to take the stealth approach and not use cars and helicopters that are plated in chrome that stick out like a sore thumb. So the aliens spot one of the trucks, and since it's going over the speed limit, they decide to stop it. The guys inside put up somewhat of a fight, but instead of starting a chase with the aliens that could lead them far away from the location of the rebels, they just decide to kill themselves by crashing into a wall. But then when they start driving, the aliens aren't even following them. Just swerve out of the way and keep going. Also, if the rebels were smart, when they were picking out the vehicles to use on these supply runs, maybe it would have been a good idea to add a little variety. Maybe not pick trucks that look exactly the same so that in situations like this, you won't arouse any suspicion. Then when the Seeker decides to use some force to capture the other truck, she accidentally kills another alien and then gets criticized for using violence. How the hell would an alien race that doesn't like to use violence take over a society that was basically created by violence? Bloodshed is pretty popular here on Earth, so do you mean to tell me that the aliens just walked in and started taking over people's bodies and no one drew a gun? Not even in the South? So let's just break down this scene. Once again, he forces himself on the Wanderer, she slaps him, and that's how he knows that Melanie is still alive inside of her, because only the girl that he loves would slap him when he tries to kiss her. This is his revelation that Melanie is still alive, not through the numerous claims by her brother and uncle, but because he got slapped when he tried to kiss her.
No! No!
I knew it. Mel, you're really in there. You hit me for kissing it. Oh, I love you.
This is officially some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in a movie. The Wanderer, or Wanda now they're calling her, stumbles upon this little lab they got going on where they're trying to take the aliens out of the human bodies. Of course, Wanda flips out and calls them all monsters. Why? The aliens invaded this planet and took over our bodies, and now we're the bad guys because we want them back? Anyways, Melanie's brother is now sick and dying because he cut himself at some point in the movie. Really? This is a serious threat? An infection? You'd think that when they're out stealing supplies from the store, they might have picked up some bandages, a little rubbing alcohol maybe? I mean, you guys live in a cave. Everything is made out of rock. At some point, someone is bound to get a cut. So back when Wanda found out about the experiments they were doing, she yelled at Melanie to get out of her head. And now she's worried that she's lost Melanie. So to get her back, she decides to get Ian to kiss her.
No, kiss me like you want to get slapped.
But of course that doesn't work because it's the dumbest fucking plan ever. So now they try and get Jared to kiss her because we all know that Melanie loves to try and slap Jared when he goes in for a kiss. It's almost like they were trying to create the dumbest, most illogical, nonsensical love triangle of all time. So anyways, now Jared's up to bat, and not only does this cause Melanie to come back, but this time she bites him. Looks like we're cranking it up a notch. You can just imagine if they had sex, she'd probably try and beat the shit out of him afterwards. Even though I still don't understand where Melanie's soul could have gone. I mean, was she just chilling out, taking a break somewhere else in the body? So Jared takes Melanie to the medical center so that she can get some alien juice to help heal her brother. So she decides to cut herself to get herself admitted.
What happened?
Tell her you tripped. Tell her you tripped. I tripped. With a knife in your hand. With a knife in my hand.
Gee, maybe you should have thought of a good story before you went in. That would have been the smart thing to do. Then the Seeker finally catches up with them, and you think, okay, good, this is it. Finally, we have a climactic standoff. I wonder what's oh no, wait, it's over. Then they try and take out the alien from the Seeker, and Melanie explains the only way to do it is with kindness. Well, that actually makes sense because, you know, the whole alien race is devoted to peace and kindness. Just like it's so peaceful to invade other planets, and it's so kind to take over the bodies of the inhabitants of those planets. Right? So the plan is to take Wanda out of Melanie's body, even though this is gonna kill Wanda. So they come up with the perfect solution, which is to just put Wanda into some dead girl's body so that she can continue to live on and be with Ian. Months later, they get ambushed by a Seeker while they're going on a drive to do something. Anyways, the Seekers approach with some guns and intensity, which is a far cry from anything we've experienced so far in this movie. And you can't help but feel that if it was like this in the beginning, the movie might have been more interesting because there would have been some actual suspense. Too bad this is short-lived, as it's revealed that the Seekers are actually part of a resistance as well, and that's it. 2 hours, and incredibly very little manages to happen throughout this entire movie. And we don't even get a really good conclusion either. I mean, what happened to Earth? Are we just supposed to assume that the Resistance fought against the aliens and took the planet back? That's part of the story that I would want to see, because something might actually happen.